A small diesel pulling out of a single-stall engine house. It's a scene every bit as much a part of today's railroad scene as the set of the latest high-horsepower locomotives heading up a mile-long freight train. This locomotive belongs to the Crab Orchard and Egyptian Railroad in southern Illinois. The story of the Crab Orchard and Egyptian Railroad is a unique story in American railroading. It is a story of a tourist line turned freight hauler. It's a story of trains and locomotives. It's also a story of a vision and people making that vision a reality. The inaugural run of the Crab Orchard and Egyptian Railroad was on Memorial Day, May 29, 1973. The train consisted of number 5 and a string of former Illinois Central Electric commuter cars. The Illinois Central Gulf wanted out, and the CO&E was poised to become a common carrier operating over their own track. As the 1980s dawned, the CO&E gained fame as number 17 moved freight, including piggyback trains, between Mandy and Oradell. The Railfan Press took note as feature articles appeared in both Trains and Railfan and Railroad magazines. On September 8, number 17 was fired up on the first day of a new coal contract. As she arrived downtown with coal loads from the East End, nobody knew this was to be her last train. Minutes after this scene was filmed, number 17 was making a light move to get another cut of cars when the steam pipe from the throttle valve to the cylinders collapsed. Fortunately, there were no injuries and the locomotive was safely stopped, but number 17 was rendered inoperable.
I was riding the pilot when we were coupling up, and all of a sudden, it's like a jet plane. All of a sudden, it's raining out, and there's not a cloud in the sky. And it took me a couple of seconds to figure out there's something wrong with the engine because all this water's coming out of the stack.
Visited the CO&E in May 2011 to document the railroad as it is today.